Absolutely. How will you sum up Magnus Carlsen's performance today, David?
Just calm, controlled, measured. Just he looks at the top of his game.
Yeah. Was it Arjun that also struggled? Did he do some mistakes, or was it just impossible to face Magnus in the way he's playing today?
It felt like it was impossible, to be honest. I mean, my small criticism of Arjun, maybe at the beginning, he was slightly passive, too cautious. But okay, you know, the way that Magnus was playing, he was just remorseless.
Yeah. And we're joined by Magnus. Congratulations on a huge performance today.
Yeah, thank you. Score was obviously very good. I'm far from satisfied with my play. I think it was pretty. There were some pretty bad moments today, but yeah, overall I can't complain.
Last game, we did see you were a little bit annoyed when a move there sort of cost you the win. Is that one of those moments you're a little bit annoyed about?
Yeah, also like the opening, I made several mistakes, so I just landed in a very poor position. But I don't know. It felt to me that he didn't fully believe in it, which I can't understand. So maybe he didn't take his chances in the last game fully either, because I think at some point he had serious chances to press, but it didn't feel like he was sort of grasping the moment. And yeah, of course, at the end, I thought I was just winning easily by bringing the king, and then I just miscalculated that he could try it back with check, so I had to force a draw. But you know, that's just annoying, because I mean, I thought I'd played a decent ending, and I'd gone from worse to at that point much better. Of course, it has something to do with the fact that he has the win as well. That probably affected his play negatively.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's enough.
Now, you mentioned also the opening that you weren't too happy with those, but are you aware in game 1 and 2 that you played novelties? Was that something you had prepared?
No, I wasn't aware. First game was pretty random. I mean, I didn't know exactly what he was going to play in the opening. He has a very wide repertoire, so I decided just to evade his preparation and go for something quiet, and you know, it worked out well in the sense that I got a strategically superior position pretty soon. The second game, I guess, was an idea which fairly new. I just couldn't remember the point behind it, so. But it worked out okay. I mean, I got a much better position from the opening rounds.
Well, actually, Peter Heine, your coach, tweeted during that opening of the second game, one gets the impression that Ergaisi has not studied the games from the 2018 Under-14 Girls Brazilian Championship. I don't know if this is some humor. What can we read out of that tweet? Is there something from a game there that you guys had prepared?
No, it's there's an old story about Botvinnik when he was coaching a young Dutch player at the time, Jeroen Piquet, and Piano Sosonko, who was Piquet's mentor. He came along on the trip with him to Soviet Union. Anyway, at some point, Botvinnik asked him to get to just translate some question about some game from like Metal Workers Championship in 2022 or something, and says, I'm not going to ask him. He obviously doesn't know that, and then it was like, ask him anyway. So I think the joke plays on that. It's pretty well known in the chess community.
All right. I need to study up in the chess community then. Magnus, you've been so far focusing a little bit on your mistakes today, but it's been some fantastic play. And in game 2, knight d5 is something that David focused a lot on. Making that move was basically the only winning move. Anything else would probably lose the game. Were you aware at that moment how tight of a rope you were balancing on?
Yeah, I mean, frankly, I was a bit lucky there. I hadn't seriously considered the fact that he would take my rook, because I thought he would just lose. And then I missed this idea of knight to 6. So at that point, I pretty quickly realized that every other move loses, so I had to play knight d5. And the fact that he has no defense after that was, a little bit lucky, but considering the position, it's not too surprising. But fortunately, I had a couple of minutes there to calculate, so I could easily eliminate all the other alternatives.
Yeah. And you have now won 12 out of the 16 last games, as you know, getting very close to 2,900 on the tour ratings. Can you say some positives about the way you're playing now? It's incredible.
Yeah, I'm winning. That's positive.
All right, Magnus, we wish you best of luck tomorrow as well, second day.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. All right, Magnus Carlsen, he is happy about winning.